Morning everyone, we're here again with our weekly reading. Today's the 7th, so this will be from the 8th for a week, and I am using another Stephen D. Farmer deck. This one is the Earth Magic deck, quite popular with a lot of my clients, and I do gel very, very well with these. Now, last week we had the beware of everything that happens at the weekend. And yeah, my weekend went very, very interestingly when I suddenly ended up doing ancestral healing on a friend. So that went very, very deep. So I think that was my chameleon. Unfortunately, I was a bit more involved than the chameleon actually is. But yeah, it was a deep weekend to say the least. So let's see what we've got this weekend, or this week rather. Come here. They don't want to work this week. Which other one are we having down here? Yeah, okay, so 3 cards for this week. First card, Rain, Purification. Anytime that we get water in a reading, any sort of water, I'd say that there is some sort of emotional healing going on. This time of year we're coming up to the spring, so it's very good for new growth, but you've got to be able to let go of the old before you can let the new in. You've got to let the old die off. And this is where the purification comes in, the being able to shed that so that you can step forward into the new growth. You can see a little shoot down here. That's your new growth, but you got all the rest of it to happen first. And the key with any form of healing is to let it happen, to not resist. A lot of people will go, oh, yeah, I'm ready for it. And then they'll resist and things just get stuck and they lose hope. And yeah, it's once you start your healing, unfortunately, it is a long journey. When it's taken you, 30, 40, 50 odd years to get this far? And now you've got to undo all of that and take yourself back to the beginning. This is a lot to do with that. It's about starting anew, starting afresh, starting a new chapter. But you've got to let the past go. Okay, so... having said that, we now get the childhood card, which is fine, but when it's coupled with something like this, it's an issue that is within your childhood, something that affects perhaps your inner child, so you need an inner child healing going on there. More to do with having your innocence shaken, having it removed, I think, than actually going back to the innocence that you were when you were very, very little. This is more about the child that you should have been as opposed to the child that you were, because of all the stuff that went on. You need to get back to the that bit. The two pictures do look as though they kind of continue one from the other, so you got the rain on one and then the sunlight on the other, but it's letting the rain happen to be able to find the sunlight again, if that makes sense. Vision quest. Okay, so delving deep into your solar plexus for this one. Same with the childhood card. Your childhood, inner child, is all based around your solar plexus. So again, coming into this one, delving deep within yourself to find out why you work the way you do, what makes you tick. A lot of people go, oh yeah, vision quest, you've got to go out and have peyote and sweat and things. And no, actually, a lot of it is about travelling inwards. That is the true essence of a vision quest, is actually finding what is inside of you. We don't need the sweat lodges and the drugs to do that, but we do need the confidence, and sometimes you just need the shove. So this this is your shove. Okay, so the stuff that happens at the beginning of the week that just makes you want to break down and cry goes back to your childhood, and because of that, you've kind of got to go inwards and be able to work on what happened in your childhood to let the purification happen, so that you can come out of it more steadfast. I think we've got trees and rocks in these, so they're very grounded, very steadfast. Okay, so keep yourself grounded, but although you're looking backwards with your childhood, you've also got to be able to look forwards, because the stone is immovable. It's going to be there for centuries. So you need to be able to look to not necessarily your future, but the future of everybody else. It's almost as though the ancestral healing that I was talking about at the beginning, if you break that cycle now and say, right, this far, no further, draw your line in the sand that is on this card, draw your line in the sand, then it's not going to go on and affect future generations. All that stuff that they say, oh, you know, your granddad did this or your grandma did that and you're so like your auntie. Forget all of that, okay? You are your own person. You are you. Yes, okay, the love of millions has made you who you are, but you need to be able to stand alone. And to do that, you need the confidence of being able to go inside and going, this is who I am. And that's what's important this week. Okay. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. I kind of went off on a bit of a tangent there. All right. I'll see you again in a week. Bye.